Hi guys, welcome back to another video on smooth slicing. You must be wondering how to use the fists in smooth slicing. First of all, the fists are a brutal, non-melee, non-cut weapon at a first glance. They're more on a fast-paced movement speed. Now, for example, I have a great sword here. Like I've said in other videos, you can go to attack them from the back. The fists do a little bit less damage, does a lot less damage than the great sword will. But you're still strong. Now, if you're fighting against another fist fighter, like my friend Jet here will help show me, will try to fist fight you. Please try to hit me. Now, see? I take a lot of damage. Stop. Now I take a good amount of damage. But you can see that he will die as well. But against katana players, you're pathetically weak. Because katanas have a little bit the same problems we'll be saying I'll show you right now. The fists have major problems. Like the great sword, but a lot better, it takes up a lot of energy to take down somebody. So you're going to want to fight somebody with noobs around. And then, if you're fighting somebody. And then, also, if you're fighting somebody with a katana user, or somebody that's just AFK, it'll probably take up your whole hotbar unless they're a great sword user. Beat them up to a pulp. Now, you must be wondering what are the pros and cons to this. I've already shared one of the pros. One of the pros are that you don't actually, no, this is more of a con. Con is you do a lot less damage. You don't do a good enough of damage. You don't do a lot of damage for one. That's a first problem. And second priority is you really run out of stamina fast. Sure, you do good damage, but to certain players, you do barely any damage. Like thick sword users. Heavy sword users do no damage to you. Now, I'm fighting a sword user, as you can see here. From what I am doing, I'm getting behind him. This is still a good trick for any class that you're playing as. To get behind them for great sword users in smooth slicing. But if you're fighting against a spellbook mage, you have problems. You're gonna want to dodge quickly and quietly. The same problem as well. They have a weaker skill point. Now, if you go and play on the jungle map one more time, I'm going to show you a few more tricks for the fist fighting. There's tips on every map, but this is the jungle map that I'm on today. If you might be wondering what is this statue for, or this rock guy, he does nothing. The fists, as you can see here on this rock wall, aren't the strongest at all. They do only chips of damage. You can break through them, but it'll take more of a second. Now for mage users. You want to wait for them to run out of stamina before punching them. Once they run out of it, you can go and lay down some fists without being attacked. Hardly. Sorry, Jet, I had to use you since you're the only mage user in the game. Now for harder stuff, like this one, as you can see here, I can dig through it. It'll take a second, though. So let me show you. I have a barely shred left, and I have to punch hard. Punching takes up time, and if you're trying to break for stuff, like build a base for some reason, and smooth slicing. I don't question what you guys are gonna do. Now, you can make cool artworks with this, and make it look interesting. But a single player that has a katana can slice it all up in a few seconds of heavier objects. And it will feel like a normal object for them. Now, if you're fighting against a newer player, and you're more experienced, here's a tip for pros, if you don't already know this. If you can punch them down easily, for katanas. If you get behind them as well, there's also a tip for noobs. You do good amount of damage, as normal amount of damage, but it is much easier because he can't hit you with a great sword here. My friend Jet is trying to hit me, but I can't. He can't hit me because I'm behind him. This gives me the advantage, because no character can attack from the behind, unless you're in first person and are moving fastwards, or unless they add a new item to the game that protects you. You can fight from the back. But for right now, in 2026 is the year I'm making this. These are all the tips. Now, you can deal sword users easily. This user is bigger, but that's okay. Even if he's using a katana, I can still take him down simply. But still, you'll still die good enough if you're not. If you're a beginner, you'll die still a lot by using the fists. The fists I would recommend to a more maybe newer and have tested out other things and want a little bit of a challenge to the beginning. I don't recommend this a big beginning to immediately to noobs. Because beginners or noobs, if you're really bad at the game, people will say, or a beginner, I don't recommend this to, because this is not the best typing file style. Unless you're good with fist boxing styles and you're a beginner to smooth slicing, then yes. As I can see here, you have other fisters. They still can't fight from the back. That's why it's good. Remember, if you stay in the front of any enemy, they will do. You can't. If they're behind you, you can't fight. They can't hurt. You can't fight. It's impossible. As Jet can show here, if he is aggroed on somebody, I can get behind them and take their kill. Remember, always, if somebody's fighting somebody, and whoever is weaker, not leaker, silly me, is easier to abolish and get rid of. That's one good thing. Well, that's the end of my video, guys. See you later.